Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be sharing some tips and tricks on how to survive finals week, how to get good grades in your finals, how to not feel stressed out about finals, and how to overall be really confident on taking finals. So my first tip is to make a Quizlet. Quizlet has actually changed my life. I love Quizlet. This semester I've used Quizlet to study for every single test and every single quiz I've had to take. If you guys don't know what Quizlet is, it's a website and they have an app. Would recommend downloading it, that you can use to study. You basically type out all the information you need to know, and then it allows you to study off of it by using flashcards, matching, practice test. It can teach you how to spell words, and there's definitely other things that I am forgetting. I personally like using the practice test to study because I can go into the test settings and make it give me and make the test how my teachers would actually give me the test, because some of my teachers do all written response, so I can study by doing practice written response tests. That way I feel confident and I know I can do the information well that way. And some of my teachers give multiple choice, so I can set it so I just have multiple choice. I also really like the spelling feature, especially for foreign language or vocab. I'm actually the world's worst speller. It's really nice because they won't let you move on to another word until you spell it right. And so my second tip is to leave the house to study, but you don't even have to leave the house. You can just go to a different room in your house that you're not in very often. Personally, for me, I always study for everything in my room. I'm always in my room in general. All my things are in my room. And so if I study in my room, I tend to get distracted a lot, especially if I'm studying for a long period of time, like I most likely will be during finals, because for finals, you're studying tons and tons of information. You're studying your whole year's worth of learning. It takes a lot longer, which means I tend to get more bored, and then I'll find little tiny distractions in my room of things that I would normally never pick up and look at. Maybe it's a piece of decor, but I pick it up and look at it because I'm bored and I want to try to procrastinate. So I think really changing up your environment and not studying in the same place is really helpful for not getting distracted. You can go to a coffee shop, you can go outside, which if the weather's nice, I really want to do that one. You can go to your friend's house, your kitchen, your living room, just somewhere where you're not constantly there. My third tip is to study in advance, and by this I don't mean study months and months ahead. I've literally known people who have studied a month ahead for their final, and hey, if that works for you, that's great. Personally, I could never do that. If I learned something a month ago, I would need a refresher before I took a test. I like to start studying the week before my finals, so what I will do is during that week I will gather all the information that I'm going to need, make the Quizlets, grab any papers that I want to study off of, anything that I'm going to need to study with. I'm going to have it, and I'm going to have it all organized. And so then when the weekend comes is when I really start studying, because I'm that type of person who needs to study it right before the test or I won't do as good, and study all my finals on Saturday for a little bit. That way I have a little bit of studying going on, just in case throughout the week when I'm taking my finals I don't have as much time to study for one final as I did for some of the other ones. And then the night before, I like studying for the certain finals I have the next day, which is why I don't study for all my finals on Sunday and I do that on the Saturday, because on Monday I'll have finals instead of that Sunday is the night before. So I'll study for maybe 2 finals Sunday, take the Monday, and then Monday night study for 2 different finals, and so on and so on. My fourth tip is to study with friends. Not only does studying with friends help you study better, but it also is just a lot more fun. I think studying is really boring. I hate doing it. I always have to pry myself to study. But when I'm studying with friends, I'm hey, I have to study, but I also can hang out with my friends, so it's a little bit better for me. One of the things I love about studying with friends is if I'm quizzing my friend on the information and they get something wrong, I can be this is wrong, here's why, and then it'll help me know the information better too, and that's what really helps me study too. There's been studies that show that if you teach the information, you're more likely to know it. And my last tip is to take breaks. There's literally been studies that show if you work on whatever you're working on, study, work on whatever for a little while, and then take a 30-minute break and then go back to it, you can really tell what set into your long-term memory and what didn't. So this is really handy, because if you're studying everything and you're oh, I know this, I'm golden, and then take a break and come back to it and then end up not knowing half the stuff, you can be okay, well, now I know what I need to study because half the stuff set into my long-term memory and half of it did not, and I need to study it again because I don't know it. There's been so many times where I have like studied everything for a really long time, didn't take any breaks, and then go to take the test and I know like half the stuff on the test and I'm like, what? I studied for so long. Why don't I know this? And I would almost guarantee you it's because I didn't take breaks and go back to it. So it all didn't have time to set into my long-term memory. So those are my tips on how to get good grades, survive finals, make it through the week without dying. So I hope you enjoyed this video and I wish you guys all luck on your finals, and I'll see you guys in a new video super soon. Bye!